So I would say we can start. Valentina, do you want to make an introduction?
Yes, of course. So good afternoon to everyone. I just start quickly the recording of this event, and then we will begin. Okay, yeah, just again, one person in the waiting room. Okay, so thank you everyone to join this Infoday meeting for the Greentour Ukraine action. My name is Valentina Santos. I work for the Italian Chamber of Commerce, and with me today is also my colleague Sonia Barani, also working in Italian Chamber of Commerce. And then we have also Olga Nizzola, I hope to say it right, and also Natalia Lokatir from the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So thank you very much for joining us today. First of all, you can see here from the presentation and the program of the meeting. We will start very quickly with a meet and greet, and then we will go through the focus of this Infoday presentation, which is the Greentour Ukraine network, the presentation of the program, and the presentation of the Ivano-Frankivsk region. Then we'll continue with the activities that are planned for the Greentour Ukraine, and we will end up with a brief Q&A session. Next slide, please. Thank you. First of all, a couple of technical information in order to make this meeting as good as possible. This meeting is recorded, and it will also be available to all the participants. So after the meeting, you will receive also an email with the presentation. This meeting is also live on our Facebook page from the Greentour Ukraine program. During the presentation, I kindly ask you to keep the micro off. You can take your video on if you want, but please, just for the presentation, the micro should stay off. During the Q&A session, if you have any question, you can raise your hand or also use the chat box. And also, if you have any technical inquiries, please use the chat box that you find below or up to the screen. So first of all, I give the floor to Olga Nizzola for the presentation of the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Valentina. Good evening, everyone. It's very great to see you. And I want to present Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are an independent non-government organization that unites enterprises of various forms of ownership and on voluntary basis. The structure of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry includes the National Chamber and 25 regional chambers. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Ukraine is a member of International Chamber of Commerce, the World Chamber Federation of Chambers, and the Association of European Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce is the largest BSO in the Ivano-Frankivsk region. 97% of associates are SMEs, among which 40% from the tourism sector. Yes, thank you, Sonia. We have many partners around the world and in Europe. Our main and very important partners are Eurochamber and also ITCAM, Italian Chamber of Commerce, EN, European Network, CUTIS. We collaborate with the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Republic of Moldova, Canada Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Easter Partnership, also Warsaw Chamber of Commerce, and we can tell many others partners, but we can move on. The priority area of our work are light industry, construction industry, woodworking industry, agro-industrial complex, tourism, HoReCa, IT technologies, energy efficiency, and waste recycling. Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce and Industry promotes an active and united business community. We help companies of all sizes and sectors to grow, develop, merge, and prosper. We unite different types of economic activities. We help people, small and big companies to grow up. Can we move to the slides? Thank you. Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce and Industry is an effective and efficient platform for the development of business. We collaborate also with regional government, and we always support the business. Also, we left here our contact details. You can contact us anytime. We will help everyone to in different questions. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Olga, for the presentation of the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce. And before we go on, I just welcome to the latest participants that join our meeting. And I have just a couple of technical information to give you. The presentation that you can see right now, it will be also at your disposal after our meeting. So we'll send it you via email the presentation, and during the presentation we kindly ask you to leave the micro off. If you have any questions also during the meeting, you can write them in the chat box. So let me just briefly introduce you the Italian Chamber of Commerce for Germany. The Italian Chamber of Commerce in Germany was founded in 1911, and it is a no-profit organization of entrepreneurs and professionals. In our network, we have more than 400 members, and we are one of the 68 Italian Chamber of Commerce abroad. We are more than 500 professionals that work with us. ITCAM is also a bilateral association which operates mainly between Italy and Germany markets, and it has a long track record in supporting SMEs with business development services and export assistance. We are present in Germany and also in Italy, with Germany with three different with 3 offices, and also in Italy with different representatives. Here you can see the sectors of activities of our Italian Chamber of Commerce, which are wide, which are very different. Automotive, fashion and design, healthcare, mechanical industry. But what I would like to focus on today is our expertise within a European project. ITCAM has an experience about 25 major European projects, and one of the latest projects in between tourism is the EU Ecotandem program that supports sustainable innovation in tourism activities and cooperation between traditional tourism SMEs and startups. ITCAM network within the tourism includes more than 1,500 tourism SMEs and startups in Germany, and 50 of the main regional tourism associations. So we can say that ITCAM has a very good contacts above the first one. Thank you. So it has very good contacts with the network of a local German Chamber of Commerce, trade association, incubators, innovation centers, and so on. And in this case, within the Greentour Ukraine, ITCAM will coordinate the action and will bring the partnership, its experience, and transfer of competences in order to enable this profitable collaboration. So here you can find our contacts. And now I think we can directly move on to the presentation of the Greentour Ukraine network and action. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, exactly. So the Greentour Ukraine is an action funded in the framework of the EU Business Connecting Companies initiative, which is a project managed by our Chambre in order to deepen and strengthen the relationship between the European Union and the Eastern countries, and one of them is also the Ukraine. Its objectives is to contribute the development of sustainable and equitable economic growth models in the Eastern Partnership countries, and to support the capacities of different business support organizations to enhance SMEs, internationalization, export capacities, and access to new markets, and also to support the SMEs during the export and trade facilities. So first of all, we have to spend quite words within the collaboration between Germany and Ukraine. Before we started with this action, we of course try to answer to this question, why do we need to establish a collaboration between Germany and Ukraine? And the answer to this question must be follow up within the background to the prospect of a sustainable cooperation. The tourism sector in Ivano-Frankivsk in Ukraine have seen before the COVID and during COVID a very quick change within the tourism sector. Before the COVID-19, in this region there were more than 1,500 SMEs operating in tourism and 800 in rural areas. And it means that they were placed in environmental richness. During COVID-19, up to 5% of these enterprises were permanently closed, and 16 of them have to reduce their turnover. Due to its natural beauty, we strongly believe that Ivano-Frankivsk region of Ukraine is suitable for a development of a sustainable tourism. That's why we try, therefore, the introduction of initiatives, innovate services, and touristical initiatives and products can be a successful solution for local companies to overcome, of course, the COVID crisis, and on the other hand, for the German companies to create new sustainable tourism offers. Why do we decided to create this alliance between also with Germany? Because Germany, I have to say that Germany tourists prefer environmentally friendly holidays worldwide, because Germany is the second in the world ranking for initiatives dedicated to sustainable tourism. And we can also see excellent practices in sustainability in Germany. So it's a good country to learn from. And from this base, we can now draft the key factors of the Greentour Ukraine action, which are the foster and exchange on organization, management and promotion of tourism between the two countries, the analysis of market trends and developments of new business strategies, and also the definition of new lasting and synergy commercial partnership. Moreover, we will also introduce new products and services and also implement the online visibility of both the economic part and strengthen the presence of the German tourists in Ukraine. These were the the above key factors of the project, and now we are going to follow up with the actors, with the key players of the project and also their objectives. In the previous weeks, we tried to reach different SMEs and BSO active in Germany and Ukraine. That means that we tried to address it to 7 tourism SMEs from the Ivano-Frankivsk region in Ukraine, and also 7 SMEs from Germany with experience or interest, of course, in a sustainable tourism. We also tried to reach 3 Ukrainian business support organizations and 3 German tourism association, Multipliers, Entrepreneurs Association, what we call BSO, German BSOs. The objectives for the SMEs within this program are to create a relationship with a tourism within the tourism sector, expand the business to new markets, introduce new services and products, contribute to the sustainable transition, discover, of course, a country, because the German counterparts will have the opportunity to discover a completely new country, and have the possibility to network within an international framework. For the BSOs, again, here also creating relationships, new services, and to offer to the SMEs, contribute to the creation of a new touristic routes, and enter also the Greentour network that will be launched at the end of the project, and will also gather all the European and EAP business support organizations. And then we conclude with just a quick action about the communication, because as I mentioned before, one of the strengths of this project is also the online visibility. So we as partner have launched the Greentour Ukraine program as social profile on Facebook and LinkedIn. We are going to, we already doing, in fact, weekly publication of updates, best practices and activities for all the participants and also for all the interests. We have also a first connection channel for the GTU community. Of course, we will spread also all the latest news within the newsletters, within joint live press conferences, and we'll also publish some videos about the study tours, or also the activities that will take place in presence. So, thank
Vale,
you.
can I just say a word? So just to, I just wanted to maybe give my personal impression about this, and also to explain why are we doing that. So I don't know, I think many people in the participants already know the Italian Chamber of Commerce for Germany. Normally we promote, of course, Italian destinations among German tour operators. And when the colleagues from the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce contacted us back in April, I personally, I had no idea about this region. I didn't even know that it is pretty well known also in the in Ukraine and in the surrounding countries. And for us, so not only for ITCAM, for the organization, but for us as people, as human beings, so we are really fond of sustainable tourism, and the kind of tourism that we would like to develop together with the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce, not a kind of mass tourism. So we wouldn't like that the Ivano-Frankivsk region becomes the new Mallorca for the Germans, but we would really like to foster a kind of slow tourism and sustainable tourism, really to find people that are interested in finding out something new, and also in having maybe a different kind of vacation, so not the one they are used to. So I hope we will be able to do it, and not only to travel to Ukraine for the German just to have a look around, but really to pave the way for real collaboration between German and Ukrainian companies. So I just wanted to add this. And now
Thank
I
you.
can.
That's already also important point. And yes, I totally also agree with you. So that's all for the presentation of this action. And we can now, I think, move on with the presentation of the protagonists of this, this European project, which is the Ivano-Frankivsk region. And maybe I have to start the video, right, Natalia?
Yes, hello.
Okay.
A few words. Hello, everyone. Thank you to join our Infoday. And we would like to introduce video in the beginning, and then presentation about our Ivano-Frankivsk region as a tourism destination with my colleague Olga Nizala and me. So let's enjoy video. Yes, thank you.
Today, we would like to get you acquainted with the Ivano-Frankivsk region. The region is located near the EU borders, at the crossroads of international transport routes. Due to the unique combination of natural and human resources, the region holds the first place in the investment attractiveness ranking between all Ukrainian regions. Local authority directs their maximum efforts to improve the investment climate and facilitate business. Only 2 days required to register your own business. Today, 90% of investment in Ivano-Frankivsk comes from EU countries. Well-qualified labor force is one of the key benefits of the region. The population of the region, 1,000 people with a high level of education and knowledge of foreign languages. Tourism is one more leading branch for the investment. The success of the biggest ski resorts in the Eastern Europe is a great example. Nowadays, the region receives more than 2 million tourists annually, and this is not a limit. Incredible natural attractions are located within the territory of the region. Century-old man-made marbles, variety of colorful festivals, and opportunities for the development of green tourism, as well as for extreme vacation. Let's meet in Ivano-Frankivsk and discuss your project.
It was not, we also have small part to that video, but maybe it's not good internet connection, but all our participants will have link for this video too. So let me introduce our Ivano-Frankivsk region, and tourism in Ivano-Frankivsk region has a huge tourist potential compared to other regions of Ukraine. And as you already heard, the territory of Ivano-Frankivsk region is relatively small, but its relief is one of the most picturesque in Ukraine. And the biggest part of this region occupied by the Carpathian Mountains. And the regional center is Ivano-Frankivsk city. Next slide, please. Yes, Ukraine in recent years was becoming an increasingly attractive country for international tourists. And the Ivano-Frankivsk region, due to its natural beauties, is well suited for developing sustainable tourism. And the tourism industry is a strategic direction of socio-economic development of Ivano-Frankivsk region. Also, if we will talk about climate conditions, it's perfect for the year-round rest and treatment. It's mild winter with an average temperature near -5 Celsius, and warm summer. It's not just +18, it's even more, 25 Celsius. Also, snow covers the slopes of the Carpathian for several months, which is important for ski development. Rivers are mostly fast flowing. They form cascades and waterfalls. They are available for the water tourism. And the largest rivers are Great Dniester and fast flowing Prut, which begins from the foothills of Hoverla. And as you heard in our video, skiing is a very popular kind of tourism in our region, and the Carpathians are paradise for people who like skiing, and popular resorts, skiing roads of different complexity and high quality service. All this can be found in our region. The ski centers in the region are located in the Polyanica, Bukovel Resort, also Vorochta, Yablunica, Vyshkiv, excuse me, Kosiv, and Verkhovina. Ski resort Bukovel is located in the southeastern part of the Carpathians, and in the village of Polyanica, it's Yaremchi district. It's near 110 kilometers from Ivano-Frankivsk city, which is very close. Next slide, please. and we would like to represent for you different kind of tourism in our region. And next one is hiking, which is really popular in all Ukraine and for foreign tourists too. And 1/3 of the territory of the region is occupied by Carpathians, and 2/3 are foothill and plain zones. The Carpathian Mountains are the perfect place for hiking and for fans of multi-day trips with a backpack. There is a large network of market roads in Ivano-Frankivsk region, and you can climb not only all peaks of our Carpathian higher than 2,000 meters, but also visit mountains, lakes, Nesamovite, Maricheka, and also the highest building in Ukraine, the former Polish and Ukrainian observatory on PP1 mountain. And if we will talk about this, it's also a big project between universities, our Ivano-Frankivsk University and also Warsaw University from Poland, and they now they start rebuild all this building, and it will start working also not just like observatory but also like a science center. Next slide, please. Yes, and as you know, Ukraine is very popular with gastronomic tourism, and it's very tasty in our region too. And when you travel to Ivano-Frankivsk region, you should definitely try the local dishes, enjoy the authentic taste, not only in the restaurants, but also outdoors and on the Carpathian mountain of Verkhovina and Yarancha districts, or in the tasting rooms of Dolina, Kolomyia, or Kosiv farms. And in that region, we also have different farms where they reproduce different type of cheese, and there you can find really popular cheese that can taste like European kind of cheese, and also like our authentic cheese with Carpathian taste. In the Carpathian region, there are 16 gastronomic festivals during all the year. Next slide, please. And also we would like to introduce for you more about rural tourism, which start to be more popular. And now my colleague Olga will introduce it for you. Thank you.
Natalia. I will continue to tell you about different tourism destinations in Ivano-Frankivsk region. As Natalia mentioned, that rural tourism is one of the most prospective types of recreation in our region, because Ivano-Frankivsk is very unique and has very unique and distinctive, colorful landscapes, and people's hospitality is a perfect place for the tourism. Here today in Ivano-Frankivsk region, rural tourism is seen as a specific form of the rest in the countryside, with the wide opportunity to use the natural materials and cultural potential of the region. Nearly 800 house guests offering comfortable living conditions, special regional and traditional cuisines, and additional entertainment, provide accommodation services, wellness tubes, excursions, mountain hiking, rafting, riding on quad bikes, snowmobiles, horses, picking up mushrooms and berries. The largest number of private houses is located in the mountain area and foothills such Yaremche and Verkhovena-Kosov districts. Can we have next slide? Also very, very popular, I tried myself, is water tourism. Ivano-Frankivsk region with the lands more than 100 kilometers within the region, we have 5 biggest rivers in the region, such as Dniester, Cheremosh, Prut, Limnitsa, and Svicha. Very, very popular and attractive destination, like in water tourism, is rafting on the Dniester River. Because it has very beautiful nature. The nature shows like very picturesque islands, monuments of nature, history. On the sea coast, you can see as well very old and abandoned houses and ethnography. In addition to all, a wild and untouched nature gives a wonderful opportunity to plunge into the world of peace and harmony. Second slide, please. Very popular also in our region is the ecotourism. We have a lot of interesting places to come to visit, such as interesting and cognitive routes for tourists are developed in the national nature parks, Carpathians, Halych, Verkhovena, Gutsulshina, regional landscapes parks, Polyanitsky and Dnistrovsky. The Wild Rehabilitation and Reintroduction Center in Halych and Narrow Gauge Heritage Center in Vehoda are the popular family vacation destination in the Carpathian region. Here people come with families. They can communicate with wild nature, because in those rehabilitation centers we have wild animals who were abandoned in the wild nature, and people pick them up and give them medication, and then those animals live in the centers. Very interesting to go with family and to see the nature very close. Next slide, please. Also very popular is the bicycle tourism. There are 440 developed and arranged cycle routes in mountains district of the region. We have such popular routes in the Carpathian like Chornogora, Gorgany, water routes, Dniester Canyon, Cheremosh River, Prut, bicycle routes, Yaremche and Kosov districts. Bicycle tourism has its advantages over other types of tourism, especially in the Carpathians. The bike is a very convenient means of transportation. Bicycle tours are an exciting kind of attractive recreation, which gives you sometimes something unexpected and sometimes even unpredictable. We can say you can go with all your family, you can take kids, and all family can go by bicycle and discover the beauty of the mountains. Next slide, please. Very beautiful is ethnographic tourism. In the Ivano-Frankivsk region, different ethnic groups such as Boyki, Hutsule, Opolyane, and Pokutyane live side by side and still preserve their differences of language, culture, clothes, and household. Art routes with the opportunity to participate in master classes have been developed for the admirers for folk art. Public and private museums operate in Verkhovena, Halych, Dolina, Kolomyia, Kosov, Rozhnyatych districts, in Ivano-Frankivsk and Kolomyia cities. Those ethnographic museums are very popular, and they show the specific culture of those people who are living in the specific region of Ivano-Frankivsk. Those people have very rich folk art. They can work of wood, metal, ceramic, textile, embroidery, sheep wool, leather, and glass. They sell the souvenirs. They show all the masterpieces to other tourists who come to our region. Next slide, please. So we invite everyone to come to Ukraine to enjoy our tourism destinations, to meet our beauty, to meet our friendly people, to meet our hospitality. Welcome to Ukraine and Ivano-Frankivsk. Thank you very much.
Invited you. Thank you.
Thank you. I would say before we move on with the project activities, I would just ask if someone maybe would like to ask some questions. If you have some questions now, so just feel free to unmute yourself and jump in. I guess especially our European guests maybe have some questions.
We will be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, otherwise you can still think about it and then write it in the chat or maybe later on. So as you could see, Ivano-Frankivsk is not only a good destination in winter, we are going to travel there in February, so we will see mostly what they have to offer in winter, but it's really a tourism destination for the whole year. So now I would like to present you what are the project activities, and I think this part is mostly interesting for the companies and associations that are joining us. So we have already selected for the German side 9 German small and medium enterprises. There are tour operators or tourism platforms that are interested in promoting sustainable tourism. Some of them already worked with Ukraine, and for some of them is still an unknown destination. And then we have 3 German BSOs. When we say BSO, we mean business support organization. That can be, for example, tourism associations, agencies for economic development, or for example, also Chamber of Commerce. We have 3 for the moment for Germany. We are open for 1 more. So in case someone in the public is interested in joining, just feel free to contact us and to drop us an email. And in any case, so for the German companies, for the travel to Ukraine, at the moment we are complete, but you can still join us in all the online activities, and you can also be put on the waiting list, because if someone quits, you can travel with us the same. And on the Ukrainian side, we have 9 Ukrainian small and medium enterprises. There are accommodation facilities, tour operators that do incoming, and then also natural parks. And then we also have 3 tourism clusters and associations that are going to join the program. In case someone is interested, just tell the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce possibly by the end of this week, because then we are going to really start our activities in January. So this is really the last call in case someone is interested in joining the project. So what we are going to do, these activities are open not only for the companies and BSOs that are already joining, but also someone else. So also if you maybe not interested in traveling to Ukraine, you can even join the online activities. So we are going to have, first of all, a matchmaking event, most probably on January 17th. We are going to send out the information to the selected companies and BSOs tomorrow. And during this matchmaking event, especially the Ukrainian companies and associations are going to present themselves. It's going to be a kind of elevator pitch, so you will have more or less 90 seconds, just a couple of slides, just so that the German companies and associations know what you're doing, and they can decide if they would like to meet you or not during the B2B meetings. So the B2B meetings online will be the second step, so the second activity of our project, and we are going to organize them in the time frame between the matchmaking event and the travel to Ukraine. So it's going to work like that. So the German companies will see your presentation and hear your presentation during the matchmaking event, and then they will show their interest for some of the Ukrainian companies. We are going to share with everyone an Excel file, so a calendar in Google Drive, so that the German companies and associations know when the Ukrainian participants are available, and they can just book their time slot for a B2B meeting. So the B2B meeting is going to take place online through our Zoom platform. You will receive all the technical information a couple of days before the matchmaking event. In any case, yeah, you will tell us when you are available, whom you would like to meet, and we are organizing the Zoom meeting for you. Third step, and I think this is the most interesting one, at least for the German participants, the study tour to Ukraine. So at the moment, we are planning to do it on site because we think, and I think our German operators are agree with us also, that a study tour online in the tourism sector is not the same, and we would really like to travel to Ukraine unless they are in lockdown. In this case, we will have no other possibility than organizing the trip online. But actually, for the moment, we are planning to travel there, and we are going to book the flights mid-January. What are we going to do in Ukraine? So first day, we are visiting the city of Ivano-Frankivsk and the accommodations that are participating in the project and are located in the city and in the surrounding. And we are also meeting the tour operators that are active there. And we are seeing also the city of Halic. Sorry for my bad pronunciation. I can't pronounce it as good as you did. You heard about it previously because Olga told about ecotourism. So this park with the wild animals. So this is where we are going to do, where we are going to go. Most probably, yeah, in the afternoon of the first day. You are going to receive, in any case, the program in January, so more detailed, but just for you to have an idea. On the day 2, we are moving to the Carpathian mountain region so that we can see also the accommodations and all the facilities for winter tourism there in Yaremche and in the surrounding. And we are visiting also there the accommodations and the participants from this part of the region. On day 3, we are going to participate in a tourism forum that the Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce is organizing, especially to welcome our German guests. And this will take place also in a city in the mountains. So they still have to select the precise location, but we are going to be in the mountains in any case. And after the conference, there will be the possibility to further network with tourism companies and stakeholders yeah, from this region. And the dates, you know, we will fly on Monday, February 14th, and we will fly back on Friday so that we can have 3 full days to visit the region. After the study tour, so as I told previously, we would really like to start some cooperations between the German and the Ukrainian companies. So we will have some online meetings as follow-up to set up cooperation plans. Of course, we know that you are not going to work with every company that you meet there, but we hope that at least with 1 or 2 that you can have maybe some ideas about how you would like to cooperate and also to set up cooperation. Then we, at the end of the project, we will set up the Greentour network. We, ITCAM, Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce, and all the association and stakeholders that participate in the project, they are warmly welcome to join the network. So the idea is to keep in touch also after the end of the project and to exchange ideas, maybe information about events or best practices on sustainable tourism. We are going to launch this network at the end of the project. And of course, also the companies and stakeholders that could not join the project in its implementation phase are warmly welcome to stay in the loop and to join the network at the end of the project. our objective, we would like especially to help the Ukrainian business support organization to set up new services to help their companies to become more sustainable, because Germany is can be a kind of example for Ukraine, for Ivano-Frankivsk associations and company, because even though they have a big potential, they still have a lot to do, so a long journey in order to really to become sustainable. So we would like to help them to set up new services. It can be, for example, consultancy for companies that would like to become more sustainable, or maybe to help them attract more German tourists. So this is the idea at the end of the project. And then we hope that some of the companies would like to sketch maybe some products, maybe, I don't know, maybe an idea for a tour in Ukraine from the German tour operators. So this is our goal. We know, of course, that it's a very short time, so you don't have time to implement it, but we hope you will have ideas on how to move further with the cooperation also at the end of the project. This is especially for the Ukrainian companies and associations. Of course, all our German participants that are located in Berlin and in the surrounding, you're really warmly welcome to join us during the study tour in Berlin. Of course, if you're living in Western Germany or in Southern Germany, we are not going to ask you to join us. In case you want, of course, so feel free, we are happy. So the Ukrainian participants are going to travel to Berlin in March. We would like to organize meetings and company visits with best practices of sustainable tourism. In case some of the Germans here in the audience are located in Berlin and they think they have some ideas, feel free to share. Maybe we can come and visit you with the Ukrainian participants when it's Berlin. ETB is canceled for 22. Okay, thank you. We didn't know it. I knew that they are thinking about maybe doing a digital edition, but I didn't know that it is already decided that ETB is not taking place. In this case, we are going to find another solution to see if we can find maybe if there is a digital version that maybe the Ukrainian can join, or otherwise we are going to organize some networking possibilities for you when you are in Berlin. And another thing we would like to organize for you is a marketing workshop, online marketing, because, and I am sure that our German tour operators here agree with me, there are some things that they would like to see when they find your website, or for example your social media or your promotional materials, and we would like to give you some tips in order to maybe improve your promotional materials, your social media, your website, so that you are able to attract more German tourists, or in general more tourists from EU. So this is our idea. Okay, thank you. Today's press release from ETB. Okay, thank you very much. We will have a look at it, and then we will decide. In any case, for our Ukrainian participants, don't worry, we will find another cool activity for you in Berlin. In the end, we are going to organize a virtual final public conference in order to spread the results of our project, and we would like also to give the participants the possibility, if they want to connect also with other tourism stakeholders in the EU and in Eastern Partnership countries. You had before the indication what it is meant with Eastern Partnership countries. So we have Belarus, Moldova, Ukraine, Georgia, Armenia. I think I am forgetting one more country. But yes, in any case, you will have the chance to meet Azerbaijan. Very good. So you're really careful, and thank you very much for the help. Azerbaijan, I forgot it. We will invite also stakeholders from this countries, so that maybe there is the possibility to further network. And we will also promote the Greentour network. We would like really to stay in contact with all the stakeholders interested in sustainable tourism, so that we can exchange information and ideas and best practices and yeah, whatever. So this is pretty much everything from our side. We are 8 minutes early. So in case someone would like to ask some questions, or if you have some remarks, yeah, feel free. We are happy to know also your opinion about it.
I see that
Svetlana.
it's right, is raising her hand. So, hi Svetlana, do you have a question?
Yes, thank you for giving me the floor. Thank you for the great presentation. I'd like to ask one question. Would there be any chance of involving in universities or project office of the universities as a consulting institution to this project, maybe for some activities of this project you have represented now?
Do you mean as participant?
Yes, I mean as participant, or maybe for other activities, if the chance of involvement to this.
So for networking, we are always open. So if you have a concrete idea in mind, just feel free to get in touch with us, and we can discuss together. We can find together a possibility to also, maybe there is the chance to involve also university during the study visits, for example.
Okay, thank you. Because I represented Vasil Stefanik Professor National University, where Natalia Lokater has worked recently, and also I am director of Project and Educational Center Agents of Changes, and we also try to develop some touristic projects, and also we can help our territorial communities to implement their local projects according to tourism too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would suggest you get in touch with Ivano-Frankivsk Chamber of Commerce, and they will discuss this possibility with you. Here, Cześć also. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much for the great presentation. One question, if ITB will not be now happening, you will come to Berlin nevertheless, or not?
Yes, they are.
Okay, because I think it's even a good chance, because many people have already this date in their calendar. So I think you have possibilities, to meet a lot of people, which you would not perhaps meet if the ITB would be happen.
Yeah.
Because so we have a good opportunity to have discussions and networking, because ITB is always, very, very busy. And so in this case, perhaps we have more time to discuss our themes.
Yeah, definitely. So the ITB was a part of the study tour. It was not the only thing or the main reason why they're coming. It was just a plus. And if the ITB is not taking place, or maybe just some digital format, they are coming anyway. And we will organize in any case also some networking. That's for sure. We have also one comment in the chat. From Mr. Ans, would be great if you could distribute the list of participants from Germany among us. So if no one has something against it, we will be happy to do it, of course. I will just maybe circulate one email just to make sure that it's fine for everyone, and then so for us it's okay. You will meet anyway, also digitally in January at the latest. So I think that's will be fine. Okay, great. So in case we have no further questions, we are going to send you all the presentation that we showed today, and also the video, so that you can watch it. Unfortunately, you know, with Zoom, it's always a little bit difficult to have perfect quality while showing videos. And yeah, we will keep in touch. And for all those who are not amongst the selected companies or associations, but that would like to get in touch with us, you will still have one last chance to enroll. And then, yeah, in any way, we have a lot of activities that are not only for the participants, so we will keep in touch in any case. Olga, Natalia, do you want to say a last word?
Yes, we want to say thank you all the people who joined our Info Day. I think it is very great to start such a potential and very interesting project for our Chamber of Commerce and Industry and for our region as well. Thank you, girls from ITCAM, Sonia and Valentina. You help us a lot, and it is very interesting presentation, I think, and I hope all who have questions, you can contact us freely and send us emails. Who wants to cooperate with us? We are open to everyone, and for your objections, for your comments, for your advices, please feel free to contact us to say. And I hope it is very good day to start such a great project. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. And I also want to
Thank
say
you, everyone.
Everyone that you joined this event, and that you ask us different questions, and let's visit Ivano-Frankivsk region, and let's open it for Germany more. If you have some questions, just send messages for us, and we will help to everyone. And can I say a few questions about Svetlana, because she wants to reproduce the center which work in the Prekarpathian University, and because they also have example of best practices in tourism in our region, because they also have lessons with students how to create projects. And in the last year or even this year, their students won a big project in tourism sphere too. So thank you, Svetlana, that you joined this meeting too, and
thank you too.
Contact us, and we will see maybe also forum networking. We will find some new ideas also for tourism and BSOs for some products or project. Thank you, everyone. And
thank you, everyone.
Our team for all this work, because all of us really enjoy this project.
Okay, great. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Igor, for your comment. We will definitely do it. So don't worry, even though the ITB is cancelled, you will have a great time in Berlin. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.